Hey everybody, John here. Welcome to my final conclusion episode of finding my brother's killer. This podcast isn't so much about my brother as it is, or my intention was for it to be about the system that failed my brother. The system that we all, as tax-paying members of society, believe is there to help us in the event of emergencies, protect us in the event of problems, crimes, and investigate us, I guess, in the event of our death, medically. So here we are. It's been a year and a half since my last real episode, and a lot has happened. My mom died in September, and that sort of gave me the kick in the pants to finish this. My mom didn't really understand what a podcast was, and she thought I was going to get on the internet and just basically drag my brother's reputation through the dirt. That's not for me to do. I didn't really know my brother for the last 5 years of his life, at least. Didn't see him, thanks to COVID and whatnot. And as I said before, this podcast isn't about my brother, it's about the system. About the police who don't really care to write up the report because it's getting close to the holiday. About the police chief who can't even be bothered to pick up the phone and call somebody who's filing a complaint against his people. About a medical examiner who is at least incompetent, maybe corrupt. And I will reiterate that again by saying this. They conducted an initial autopsy on my brother. And then my parents paid close to $5,000 for a second one. The doctor that performed this autopsy petitioned the main doctors. No, don't do it. I will do this one. I'll do this one. Don't worry about it. That's unprecedented. There should have been a crossover. There wasn't. It's those kind of things that I guess this podcast is about. The fact that the cops didn't want to get anybody's identification that night on the balcony. The fact that somebody is saying that my mom is in the parking lot and a cop can't walk out there and talk to her. The fact that my brother's credit card is still in use to this day and I can't get anybody interested in that because they say they have to work from the credit card company back. The fact that my brother died from an overdose that would have also killed 41 other people, basically smoking a cigarette filled with methamphetamine and fentanyl. Now, what that means to me is, again, if you were going to overdose, you would, in your mind, you would pinch off the same amount of shit, and you would smoke that or whatever. And what would kill you is that the shit that you were smoking was now a lot more pure or what have you than what you're used to, and that's what kills you. Not that you pinch off a little shit yesterday, and today you're going to smoke a whole fucking cigarette of the stuff. That's, in my understanding from talking to drug addicts, not what an overdose looks like. Anyway, yeah, it's unfortunate my brother had to die to learn this lesson. But, and I don't know if the lesson is that we're every man for himself, or don't rely on the system the way you would think, or that there is no one Adam 12, no engine company 15. That's for emergency, right? And no Quincy. It's all just TV. At the end of the day, as I said, Nobody cares. And with that, Desiree Pacheco, you killed my brother. That's the second person in your life that you've killed and gotten away with it. You fucking pig.